There was a tree in front of my house that I talked about last time, and the tree fell apart during a storm. So fucking, I went to bed so I could wake up later so I could watch the podcast, the Chris Wilson stuff that's happening today. 7:59 a.m. Fucking, they're taking apart this entire bitch, dude. It's like they're taking down an entire forest. You know, just impossible to fall back asleep. So I get up, I feel like crap, I feel like shit, I want to eat, I don't know, I think I ate something bad, not good. And then I tried to boot up the stream, I couldn't do it, dude, I was too fucked up. And then finally, eventually, I was like, no, I give up, I go to bed. So I went to bed, woke up, and now, I don't know, I'm here. But I still feel like shit, so there's that. But I did sleep well, you know? Yeah, I'm just getting a little bit of this stuff. Then we're gonna fuck with Tujin a little bit. And I think that should be more than enough. I mean, depends how many coins I'm getting here. I think I've gotten some. I've picked up one just now. I have 3. But there are more things up ahead. Oh, would you look at that? Oh! What up? Wrong patch to drop these on. Fuck. I've missed this one last time. Oh, that's not a lot of mobs. Oh! I'm rich. Maybe I just got fusings. I got some fusings. Nothing too crazy. Alright, Tujin. I need you to juice me, baby. You know? Oh, mamma mia, juice me, baby.
Oh, not happy about it, but not grumpy eyed.
I need fusings. You guys remember a time when I had like a million fusings? Me too. It was poggers, eh?
Shiny coins, aren't they?
Ooh! Got a second 8th passive spell damage. I love how they made all the builds using stuff like this useless.
Oh, really?
And now I like get all of them in the world. I could never get them for multiple leagues in a row, but this league I have like 3. Yeah, I think that's that. All right. Jesus Christ. Holy fucking me, dude. This is without Soul Mantle, by the way. They did? Oh, okay, yeah.
Prove yourself, Ascendant. I must have time to gather my will.
So I guess it boils down to the animation for me. Because Ellie Kit is pretty alright. Spec it enough. Boom! Even more dam. And a bunch of mana too. Dual swords. Portals. Charges. I mean, those are really easy. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Uber Lab before he maps is always fun.
Give no quarter.
Well, he's like busy over there. Whoa. Just gotta be a little strategic. Look at this dumbass hitting the taunty stick. I know, right? So yeah.
I must have time to gather my will. Finish this. Such resilience. I must have time to gather my will and loyalty.
Not bad.
Device hidden by a rotting emperor. Over
Remap Uberlab and boo. Reeve Radius. Kind of cool. Let's get it. Mana region, yeah. Fuck, I didn't get it. Stormbrand! Oh, shit! Okay. I'll definitely be playing a Stormbrand build this league. I'm planning for it forever. I mean, it's just some increased damage. It's not a huge deal, but... Yeah. Arc's kind of cool, too. Flamethrower Trap's kind of cool as well. But no, I want the Stormbrand. Not getting Arc for Mjolnir? Nah. It's an annoying thing to use. It's inconsistent. I don't like it. It's good, but I want the Stormbrand. I don't even know if I'm gonna play a Mjolnir build. Alright, pre-map, Uberlab, fulfilled. I mean... No, item level's too high. I only have one. One chance, one shot, one opportunity. On you, I swear to God. This is gonna be bad. Ooh! It's crazy! I mean, it's not crazy, but it's definitely much better. Alright, let's go! We got mana! What up? Let's go! It's kind of weird, but... I don't know. I mean, kind of weird is kind of an understatement. Jesus, holy fuck. You go dunked on. Never kill bosses. Raiz is good at that. What the fuck? You're not wrong. This character's probably gonna kill some bosses. Maybe. I don't know. It depends how danky tanky I can make it. We'll see. You were a poo-poo head to Reddit. You must feel so bad now. Nah, I don't feel too bad about the Reddit thing. I've definitely been a poo-poo head to like single out people sometimes on the Reddit. For sure. But then simultaneously, I don't know, so many people thought that I would genuinely like said every single player who complains about Path of Exile get the fuck out. Like, I don't know, the people who genuinely thought that and like didn't take the time to look into the context and just like assumed that I'm like, just basically didn't give me the benefit of the doubt, I guess, in that situation, considering that it was a edit video that people thought was actually a clip from the stream and all this shit. Like, I don't know, I don't feel too bad about that. It was kind of interesting in that way, actually, when the whole like death threat stuff was going down. Some people would reach out to me with like positive stuff. And then one guy especially wrote like a really long message that I only read like yesterday or something. And he was like, oh man, I really hated you after the thing that you said, how I should get the fuck out if I don't like the patch. But now I have huge appreciation. I'm like, well, thanks for that. But simultaneously, you're the person that like, you know, that I have a problem with. Because like that shit... Like, I get that you interpreted that way because it was presented in that way. And again, people don't really give the benefit of the doubt and they didn't give a fuck about the context. They just, like, wanted a person to, like, take their shit out on. But... yeah. I didn't feel good about that. But then I also kind of felt good. Seen the ladies Mathil is with on stream? Mathil's on stream with ladies? Aren't they doing the podcast in like a minute? Ladies, nuts on your face? Okay, that's a good one. You got me good. You bitch. It's kind of funny because my brother has a trampoline and I used to actually do like freaking Kyokushin acrobatics. I started like flipping around and shit. And she was in shock. Because she only knows me as the fatty fat fuck. She was like seeing me doing backflips and shit. She was like, wait a minute, what? What the fuck?
Remember, humanity.
Kind of funny how like old skills like that come out.
Our long work is finally.
I did it. I'm in maps
the
for the
light
first
of
time
love
this league, guys.
for freedom.
Poggers.
Is there ever going to exist affinities for things that don't have tabs?
So the goal here is to make it so that there's less changing between tabs, right?
Well, it's just like
Yes.
I don't understand why they're like just adding more value to quad tabs, for example, seems like a good thing as well, or just tabs in general.
Well, I could imagine the degree of customization could get pretty complex when you're like, okay, well, I want ID'd rare items to go in here, except when they're items that go in my
What's the problem?
chaos recipe stuff, and then they go over here.
Explain.
And, like, to actually read your mind will be a bit tricky for the rules, so that's why we've kind of gone broadly. Like, clearly this is currency, it goes on the currency tab. Clearly that's a map, it goes over there. Clearly this is a div card, like
Sure.
quite broad categories.
Sure, but we have, for example, like prophecy.
You really have a
and,
problem with
gem
setting
tabs
up
would
a
be easy
tab?
things that don't even necessarily
And
need their
figuring
own
out
tab,
what,
but would be
like, you
really
could
good to
put
have
in
quality
it?
affinity.
When you have this in your
to be
game,
completely honest, do not expect prophecy to remain
setting
part
up
of the game for
affinity
long.
tabs is
Like,
the issue.
Let's rule that
Reading the
out.
player's mind as to like what they want access to for
Oops,
quality
I
of
shouldn't have said
life.
that.
I mean, come
Gem
on.
tab we can do.
Goodbye,
It's not that
Purple Lady.
difficult.
Um,
What about Raiz? I mean, I would probably have Mathil's perspective on a lot of these things. Because I've already kind of spoken up about the issues that I personally thought were like super pressing when it comes to Path of Exile in general on the Bay class that we did. So I think a better format for this one wasn't like the question answer thing. It would have been like, yeah, nailing down issues, clarifying previous statements, and yeah, a lot of what Ziz was doing in Mathil too, with just kind of presenting the perspective is and as neatly of a package as possible, right? Ziz did a fucking terrible job. No, I think the problem was that Ziz was trying to cover like too many angles, and sometimes the way he would present his questions would be as a statement more so than like a question, and so that's where like you kind of run into those issues. Again, it was a difference in format, it was a difference of approach. And I don't know, I mean, it was very enjoyable. On top of it, I think it was good to see Chris kind of let loose in some of these situations too, right? And then also, I mean, Ziz has said this himself, so I'm sure that he won't mind me saying it. Ziz is awful at arguments. He is
Yes.
very bad at like presenting his thoughts in a cohesive way. And that's coming from me,
We
you
do
know?
this
I
for
think
freedom.
that he has a lot going on upstairs, but then he gets so like
freedom.
wrapped up in shit that he kind of runs into the issue of not quite being able to fully clarify where he's coming from, and in a situation where he's practically debating with Mathil, it just ended up looking kind of weird
We do
in some
this for
scenarios,
freedom.
right? But again, for people who actually care about Ziz's stance and this sort of stuff, like me, I feel like the points that he brought up were good, you know? It's just that he wasn't fully capable of like clarifying them, and then you know, it's a lot of pressure. It's a big podcast sort of deal. Yeah, paralysis by analysis. Yeah, a little bit of that, I'd say so. Exactly, and that's why he shouldn't be interviewing Chris Wilson. Shouldn't be interviewing. I think he did a great job at researching the questions. I think he got a little bit wrapped up in stuff. I think it was a lot of pressure to put on a single person, as somebody who knows how much pressure there was put on 5 people previously. And honestly, considering the level of transparency that GGG is coming out with and the amount of different public conversations that they're having, it would be fair to, at the very least, show some appreciation towards this stuff, because again, While it might have not been perfect, I think he did the majority of things very correctly, right? And also, yeah, I wouldn't really call it an interview. I set up my flask super good. I think I'm really looking forward to playing this character. The only problem that I have is fusing this fucking chess piece. Okay, I'm committing. I've had enough. I'm going crazy over here. I mean, I've already committed. I'm like fucking 700 fusings deep or something. At least 5 link. You piece of shit. Please. It reversed.
Remember,
I'm using it.
this for freedom.
I must have time to gather my will.
Oh, hello. Well, that's random. I might change this a bunch of times. We'll see. I can definitely feel the clarity. I can tell you that much. It's like 200 mana regen. I think it's kind of necessary.
Oh.
Yeah. This feels a lot better. It's gonna feel worse for single target and defenses, but we'll see. The thing is, again, I don't really... What is... I mean, multi-totem does have 25% less damage on it. To the blighty fuck? Nah, I'm going to bed. I'm just like... too excited about playing the build right now.
Local, need your aid.
My keybinds are all fucked up. I don't even know where the boss is. The bosses are dead. Doesn't matter. There were 2 bosses there, by the way.